Visual intelligence may be the most powerful Apple Intelligence feature yet. Here's what it is, how it works, and I'll show you a dozen different real-world examples. Before we get into this, if you want to keep up to date with all the latest Apple news, consider hitting the subscribe button. So Apple added visual intelligence with iOS 18.2, and you will need an iPhone 16 or 16 Pro to use it with, of course, Apple Intelligence turned on. This AI feature uses the camera on your iPhone to scan the environment and provide information. If that feels a little abstract, don't worry. I'm about to show you a bunch of demos in and out of the studio. To activate visual intelligence, you'll press and hold the camera control on the lower right side of your iPhone. Your iPhone will vibrate and you'll see this new interface appear that shows a live feed of the camera, an ask button, a search button, and a capture button there in the center. Before getting into the cooler things, we should start with the basic. Open visual intelligence, point it at something, and snap. Then you can get information from ChatGPT about what you're looking at, or you can do a Google image search to learn more about it. Here, let's go through a few demos. I've got a few various cables here. I can use visual intelligence to figure out what kind they are. It easily identifies this as a Lightning, this one as USB-C, this as Ethernet. If you aren't sure, you can even follow up by asking what that cable could be used for. Or maybe scan this Game Boy Color, literally mine from when I was a kid. And I can ask, when was this released? For an image search, I can also point it at this DualSense controller. Maybe I love the colorway on this one and I want to look it up. Boom, 30th anniversary edition, and I could instantly go and buy it. By the way, if you didn't know, DualSense controllers are actually Apple certified and they work with everything from Mac to iPhone to Apple TV. A lot of people don't realize that, and if you want to learn more and how to pair them, I've linked a video here on that very topic. Visual intelligence can also aid with text. I can point it at a block of text and have AI summarize it for me, or have it read it aloud for me if I'd prefer. Maybe you're traveling and the text is in a different language. You can use visual intelligence to translate it for you. Lastly, with text is solving equations. Maybe you have a complex equation that you need to solve. You don't even need to type it into an app. You can literally just scan it with visual intelligence and ask it to solve it for you. If I had this in school, oh man. And again, I know there are also a lot of AI school assistant apps out there these days, so it's not like it's entirely new there. But what other applications can you think of for this so far? Let me know your use cases down below in the comments. Now, let's get into the really fun stuff. Did you know to fix the camera control, it can cost up to $749 if you go through Apple? We'll come back to that. For longtime viewers of the channel, you remember me talking about my sponsor, ESR, and their latest iPhone 16 cases.
Starting just with the classic, this is your traditional clear case.
Well, now they've updated those cases with a pretty important new feature. Now they have full coverage of the camera control. It's made of 9H hardened glass, which makes it super smooth and retains all the functionality, such as light presses and swipes. Compared to others, they've also managed to make it basically seamless, meaning no dust can get in around the edges to hamper the case or damage the button below. There are only a few cases out there that offer protection for the camera control on the iPhone 16 line. With Apple charging literally up to $749, it's probably a good idea to protect it. And of course, they have the same protection as before and the same adjustable metal stash stand built into the camera guard that even works with MagSafe accessories at the same time. If you want to try the ESR Halo Lock Classic Hybrid case with cover for the camera control, I put a link in the description. Here's a little thing I bet you didn't know you could do with visual intelligence. Getting calories from your food. You can just point your phone at a plate and ask ChatGPT how many calories it is. It will identify each thing, then summarize it up and give you an estimated number of calories. Like this handful of popcorn here. Great summary on the calories, and me knowing what kind of popcorn this is gives me context into that range, and I can make an accurate guess on how much this would be. Or for a type 1 diabetic, I can get carb estimates too. I'm pretty good at carb counting, but for someone who is newly diagnosed, which in case of type 1 is often children, this would be amazing to have available. Like, think of something crazy like this donut. Yeah, that's a lot of carbs in this donut. I think I'm going to split this with my wife and my son instead of eating the whole thing. With iOS 18.3, Apple added some new features to visual intelligence. They were just part of this update too. If you want to learn more about the other new features and bug fixes, you can learn more at the video that I've linked. The big addition with this update was the ability to identify new things. Visual intelligence can now identify plants and animals automatically. Point it at this plant in my kitchen and it automatically tells me what kind it is, which I definitely did not know. I can tap the bubble at the top to learn more about that plant via Wikipedia. Works with animals too, though of course if you're doing a dog, you have to have somewhat of a purebred. Like, I'll tell you right now that Brooklyn here, she is not a pure flat coat. The rescue said that she's likely half retriever, half border collie, so there could be a bit of a flat coat retriever in there, like I can see it, but it's going to be like an understandable mix-up, and no AI is going to know a dog's full pedigree just from looks. But other animals, I bet it would be much more accurate on. The second thing this update added was the ability to add calendar appointments to your schedule. This could be a poster you see on the street, or a cute note your wife leaves you in the kitchen for a date night. Just open up Visual Intelligence and it'll ask if you want to create a calendar appointment. My favorite part about it though is that when you look at the actual calendar to view the appointment, it saves the original image you took as an attachment. So if you have other questions about details or got something wrong, you can double check it. Let's go ahead, get out of the studio and test a few more things with visual intelligence. Say you're walking around a city and you see a landmark, just point and use visual intelligence to identify it and learn more about it. I used this a bunch in my trip to New York City just last week. It was so handy. My absolute favorite though is using visual intelligence with businesses. If you've ever gone to a business and weren't sure on the hours, like trying to peep it from across the street or something, what's it say on the door? I don't know. Well, visual intelligence can scan the building, use your location, and then give you the store hours if you just tap schedule. For ones that do delivery, when you scan a building, you can automatically place an order by tapping order. With restaurants, you can also get the menu if available, or even make a reservation. This will all depend on the restaurants, but it's so cool when it works. Of course, the website, phone number, and photos of these restaurants and businesses are available as well. Here's a bonus one for you. If you're ever eating out, you can just scan the receipt and use it to automatically calculate the tip. I've been impressed at how well this works because it's able to identify like the total line before correctly doing the math. Pretty smart actually, so I was impressed by it. Seriously, there is so much visual intelligence can do, and I am all about it. I've been using it more and more. I've been using it here in the studio for stuff, I've been using it in the real world, and I've been using it when I travel. It has taken a little getting used to using this new button for this new functionality, but it's just so cool. And that's why I wanted to break down all these different ways that it can be used. And this is not an exhaustive list by any means, especially as Apple has continued to add new features to it, just making it more powerful. Apple Intelligence as a whole has had a bit of a slow rollout, but Apple clearly believes in it. More and more features have been added, like what we saw here for visual intelligence. My bet is that story is going to continue to be told. Out of everything that Apple Intelligence does so far, visual intelligence has been my favorite and what I think is arguably the best feature. Let me know if you've tried using visual intelligence or what other things you'd like to see it do down below in the comments. Otherwise, be sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time.